I think
Nice.
he was just a fucking genius in every sense of the word. Like if you look up genius, like one of the synonyms should just be David Lynch. Yeah, I would watch a movie every day, and
I love that.
I just started coming up with some ideas, and like David Lynch calls it fishing for ideas. But when I was like 2 years old, I would stay up every night after my mom went to bed, and I'd watch Toy Story 2 on the VCR. My Story 3's a Crowd is about a guy and a girl. They're in their early 20s. They're dating. It's the guy's birthday, and the girl kind of brings him a surprise of sorts that he's unexpectedly not too happy about. And that's like the first half of the film. And the second half takes place a year later. The guy tries to reconnect, and we see that things have changed a lot in that year span. I'm not giving too many details, but it is funny. It's dramatic. I think the first half in particular is quite funny. Yeah, I'm very proud of it. The actors that we have are very, very good.
Welcome back to Off the Record. Today I'm joined by a filmmaker named River Foster, born and raised in Winnipeg, which is a fun fact because I'm also from Winnipeg. He's a guy that loves movies, basketball, and breaking down his creative process. We're going to dive into his journey as a storyteller, his brand new short film, Three's a Crowd, and, well, the rest is for later on. You know the drill. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming River to the show, and let's get into it. River, how you doing?
Thanks for having me.
An official
I'm
welcome.
good. I'm good. I'm doing really good. I really appreciate you having me on. I'm sure something we'll get into a little later. I've kind of been in your shoes a few times, and it's cool to be on the other end. Thanks for having me on, Jordan. I'm excited to get into it.
Awesome. I'm excited to have you on. I always joke around with all my guests. It's like, it's funny how, because we were obviously just having the little pre-show conversations. It feels super unofficial, super artificial, I meant to say, to be asking all these, like, how you doing? Because we already went through this. But, for the viewers, listeners, it's just, that kind of thing.
You got to do it. You got to do it. No,
right?
I hear you.
Yeah, it's all the behind the scenes. It's how it all, I don't know if you would consider that to be in the movie magic realm of things, but
type shit, honestly. Yeah. Podcast magic, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. It's something like that.
Yeah. Well, we can start off with an interesting sort of tidbit, and you were kind of just mentioning, or we were kind of just mentioning, just about how you had, you're not new to the podcast world, but you were on the other side. You were the interviewer. What was that all like? Like, what kind of interviews did you do, I guess?
Yeah, so I think that's kind of like a big part of my whole journey of like becoming a filmmaker and getting out to Toronto, like you mentioned as well. I'm also from Winnipeg, just like you, so like that's kind of where my roots were. And in Winnipeg, as you know, but maybe not everybody does, it's kind of boring. There's not a lot to do.
Yeah.
So when I was growing up, like one of the big things was I was really into sports. Hockey being like, we have the Jets in Winnipeg.
Yeah, are you a Jets fan?
Yeah, I don't care as much about hockey as I used to, but when I was really young, I loved it. And that's kind of what got me into like doing the interview stuff. Like I wanted to be a sports broadcaster or like a play-by-play announcer. Cool. So I went to I guess first I took a year off after high school, and then I went to University of Winnipeg, and I didn't go ever. Like I never went to class. I just thought that's what you're supposed to do. But yeah, then the following year I went to a school that I actually went to. It's called Herzing College. Did like a 1-year program.
My God.
Is that where you went?
This is so weird because we have like the same fucking path. This is just
that's hilarious.
Very strange. We'll get more into like my side of things, but continue what you were saying.
But yeah, it was radio and TV broadcast was the
course.
course.
My God.
Yeah,
what
dude.
the hell? This is crazy.
That's hilarious.
I did the same thing. Oh my God.
Okay. Was your teacher's name Beth?
I don't know. I barely, like, same thing. I barely went to it because I hated it.
Yeah. Okay, so that I
It
went
might have
to.
been. That sounds familiar. I don't know.
Yeah. So I did my dropout year before I went there. I did enjoy it there for what it was. And then I ended up moving just outside of Winnipeg to a smaller town called Portersville Prairie.
Okay, yep.
About an hour outside of Winnipeg, like 14,000 people there. Like a pretty small town, not like
Right.
farmland everywhere, but everybody knows a farmer kind of thing. And their big thing there was this like junior A, they called it, was like the level of it, hockey team called the Portage Terriers. So like that was kind of my main focus working there for 4 years, is like covering this hockey team, as well as like all the other sports around the town and like surrounding areas. So it's pretty much working for a radio station / news outlet website. So I do a lot of interviews that would either be played over the radio, or I would chop up into like quotes for like news stories and stuff like that. So it's not exactly what you do, but it's quite similar, where you're asking the questions and using the answers for whatever you use them for.
Right.
And yeah, sometimes live on the radio, which is quite similar, except it's radio and less people listen to it now than the podcasts. So
That's true.
But yeah, so that was like something I did for a long time, and it's like what I always thought I was gonna do. And then COVID hit, and sports didn't exist.
Yep.
And I was like, well, what the fuck is my life if if that was everything? And now something, I don't want to say as small as COVID, because it was such a big thing, and it was a very harmful and like scary moment in time for a lot of people, including myself and most people, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, something as like simple as a random disease can screw my whole career up to such a degree. It felt weird, and it was never something I thought about when getting into that field. But it really threw a wrench in my plans, and I just kind of didn't care for it as much anymore after that. And I had some goals that I wanted to hit, and I felt that I hit them, so I was like ready to move on. And that's kind of what brought me out to Toronto to start doing filmmaking, is because I did the things I wanted to do, not at the highest level, and I knew the path that I wanted to get where I wanted to go through that in Manitoba was gonna be like grueling. A lot of like winter drives on the highway for 5 hours, like once every second week. And like, I don't know, in Toronto here, people when there's a big snowfall, it's like everything shuts down. That's not how it works in Manitoba.
I never once had a snow day ever.
No,
like there could have been like 6 feet of snow. We're going.
Yeah, and you're taking the bus too. The bus is still running, and you know, or you're gonna walk. Like that's just how it is. And so like that's just a tough place to have that be the thing. So that was like a big part of me kind of switching gears into what I want to do now and am doing now. But yeah, that's really funny that we've had such a similar path.
That is,
I didn't know you went to Herzing. That's crazy, man.
Man, I didn't know how. That's just like crazy to me. Because so here's how it went for me. So
hit me.
Well, first off, to preface, I hated high school. I just did not enjoy it. Like those 4 years, I was like, once they're done, oh my god, never going back. Thankfully, like I'm a COVID graduate, so for me, like graduation was like 15 minutes, which looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, well, would have been nice to have a normal graduation, but at the moment I was like, say fucking less. I'm out of here. Later, like, did not care at all. So even after high school, I had kind of sort of kept that same mindset, I guess, if you will, so my parents were like, you have to go to college, or you have to find something to do, because I mean, you know, I'm not going to just work in a fucking grocery store for the rest of my, you know what I mean? Not saying that that's shade or whatever, but you know, for me, it's like,
It's not something you want to strive to do when you're just out of high school.
Yeah, exactly, right? So they just said, have an idea of what you want to do, and they were totally on board with me having a year off, which was so valuable, and I recommend anybody to do that, because once you graduate high school, it's like that's like 13 years. For the past 13 years, you've been going to school. So take that year to live life, right? And
experience something.
Do
anything. Literally
a lot of people
anything.
say travel, but I mean,
whatever it is for you.
Money, but so I found hers in college, and I took the broadcasting program, because I had always kind of been into like behind the scenes stuff throughout high school and everything like that, and I really developed a passion for, believe it or not, radio. Like I always listened to the radio as a kid, and like listening to like the way they spoke and everything like that, and all that. It just was like super cool to me. So that's a big part of how it kind of gravitated toward me. But also they did a video editing part of that program, which I never experienced because I dropped out before I could even do it.
It wasn't that great.
It wasn't.
I liked the program personally for what I was doing, but that part of it, if that's what you were there for, I'm glad you left when you did. Yeah.
No, because I mean, for me, it was a lot of like news relate, like how to be a news anchor, or like they did like meteorology. Is that like the weather people? Like,
yeah, I forget what they're called. I'm like, but yeah,
fucking not interested. So I did the online version of it. Did you go in person or?
Yeah. So I'm a little older than you. Yeah, I graduated in 2016.
Okay.
And then I took my year off.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think I probably would have went in 2018 or 2018. I think makes sense.
Yeah.
Trying to, I don't know, years screw me up, but 18 or 19.
Somewhere around there.
Anyway, so it was a little bit before COVID and everything. So I was still in person, and I mean, for me that helps me a lot. I don't know if you're similar, but like it's a lot more engaging compared to like the online.
Yeah.
Especially
like if
the
I
way
could do this podcast in person, it would be much better, and I am going to eventually do that. But make the best of what you got right now.
I mean, you're far right now too, so give yourself some grace for now.
Yeah. No, but at the time, right? The fact that Herzing was only 12 months, right?
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, I just went through 13 years of school. If I only got to do this for one more year and then the rest of life I'm free, I'm like, I'm happy. I'm good. We're going to just get through this. I only went for like 5 months or something like that. And out of those 5 months, I probably went to maybe 6 classes. So they had this thing where it was all online. But they recorded all of the classes, so they were just like, you don't have to be here in person because we record them all, so you could just watch them after. And again, I'm just like, oh my God, if I ever scored, because I am never going, right?
Yeah.
And I would just be like, I'm just gonna watch it after. I never watched it after.
No, that's the thing with those kinds of setups too. Is like, you tell yourself, "Oh, I can do this," but you're not gonna do that. Like, you're just not. No. There's a certain group of people that are super disciplined and will actually do that.
Yeah,
I think most people are not that. I'm definitely not that. But I'll tell myself, "Oh, I can do that easy."
Yeah,
but it's not that easy.
Yeah, well, I think for me, because I like to think that I have pretty good self-discipline, or at least I'm getting it back. But it really depends on if I enjoy the thing I'm doing. Like if I'm forcing myself to do something that I, 1, don't enjoy, and 2, don't really have to do because there's other things I could do, I'm not going to do it, right? I'm not going to have any motivation to do it. And that was the thing with Herzing College for me. It's nothing personal towards the school. I'm sure it's a great school for those who want to have careers, that can be started there, if that makes sense. But for me, it was just a thing of just wanting to get in and get out and do that. But that was all during COVID, and towards the end of where I was just like, yeah, I can't fucking take this anymore. Like I'm dropping out of Herzing. This is just not good. I think, what was it? My mom one day and I were talking, and she's like, "Why? I wonder why you never decided to go to school like out of the province." And for some reason, there I was like, "Why not? Why not?" So then I started, and then also again, I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly how I came to this conclusion, but like, I mean, growing up, I had always wanted to be an actor, but it never was like something that I thought I could do, because it would be like, I don't know, I don't know how to act, right? Like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
whatever. But it's always something that's like interested me, along with like the behind the scenes stuff. And yeah, I guess I might have just put two and two together. I'm like, well, the idea of living in Toronto sounds pretty fucking cool, because it's like, you know, a massive city, right? You know, it feels like lots that could happen there.
Yeah,
And then,
especially coming from Winnipeg, like,
oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I feel that too. It's like
Yeah.
it's very appealing because of all the stuff going on. I was just talking about this with my roommate,
Yeah.
a couple days ago. It's like,
Yeah.
the thing I like. There's pros and cons to living here. I've been here for 2 years now, so it's like like the luster kind of goes away at a certain point. But there's always like,
For sure.
there's always something going on, and that's something like that you just cannot get in a lot of other places in Canada, like Winnipeg being one. Is like, there's stuff, but it's like you have to really hunt for it. Here it's like you can go 3 subway stops, and it's like, oh, I'm just gonna walk around here, find something to do, and you'll find it.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing. Like, so just because I'm not living in Toronto doesn't mean I like resent the city.
Yeah.
Like, I absolutely loved it there, and like we were talking before, like I will go back eventually. But yeah, no, it's a fantastic city, and I'm very, very grateful and very glad that I ended up taking that leap. Because I mean, realistically, if you really think about it, if I never had done that, there's probably a good chance that you and I would not be talking. I wouldn't have a podcast, because I don't know. I don't think I could have thought of that. Maybe I would have. I don't know. It's hard to say, but so I like to, you know, take those moments sometimes and just be like, well, like that little thing has now kind of bloomed into this whole new life that I live, right?
Yeah, that one decision, like when it's a bigger decision, like it can change a lot of stuff. I think about that a lot too, where it's like, I wonder where I would be if I stayed in Winnipeg or in Port Sil Prairie when I was working that job. Like if I hadn't left that job, or if I just decided to try and do something else in that field, like I don't know where I would be. I don't know if I'd be happy. I don't think I would be.
I can for sure say that I wouldn't be.
Yeah, and like, not that everything's always perfect now, but it's like, I'm gonna phrase this terribly, but it's like one of those things where it's like you pick your hard. Like everything's like, a lot of things are hard and challenging, but it's like when you are able to choose it, it's like, that's, at least you know that like you did that yourself, and you can take pride in like your own decision rather than like being forced into whatever it is. So I try and think about that a lot, where it's like, yeah, I mean,
hell yeah,
shit is not perfect, but this is, I knew that going in, and I still made that decision, so like, this is what I wanted to do, fucking do it, you know?
Full-sended, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually so cool that you bring that up, because I was actually talking about this on the last week's episode, about this quote saying thing that I recently heard, and ever since I heard it, I've been like, I am so back, right? Because I used to be so like on top of like good habits and like going to the gym and everything like that, fell off. But now, ever since I heard this saying, I literally have it written on my wall, because I have a whiteboard thing put up over there.
What is it?
The saying goes, "I do it anyways," and it's something so powerful, because like, and it really helps for people like me that are big procrastinators. Like, for example, I had a long day at work. I don't want to go to the gym. I do it anyways.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a huge, it's the thing that's really helped me a lot. With just getting back to, you know, doing hard
Yeah.
things, like you were saying,
No.
choose your hard, right? You
Yeah,
know?
and it's good to have like those little mantras and stuff too. I
Yeah.
one weird thing that I kind of do in that realm is like for different phases of my life, and sometimes I go without them, but like for like a 3 to 6 month period, I'll put like a few things on my wall, and some of them are
Yeah.
like that, where it's like a mantra or like a quote or a saying that I heard or thought of or whatever that like hit me in the moment. Sometimes it's song lyrics, like it can kind of
Yeah.
come
Oh,
from
yeah.
anywhere. A lot of times actually it's song lyrics, um, and that just like made me feel something, and I'll put them
Yeah.
on my wall. And I do that also with like um, inspirations for like creatively for like a certain moment in time where it's like
Hmm.
these 3 to 5 people or characters. Like recently it was like Bugs Bunny. Like it can be kind of anything, but it's like
Yeah.
just things that I want to dive more into because when I have, I've been feeling something, whether it's
Yeah.
inspired or like something. So like I relate to that a lot with like having some sort of a mantra for like a period of time and like the period that you're going through as well. Like different things will hit at different times, but like having those things for that period, I find to be like so helpful. And then yeah, when you
Yeah.
have them on your wall or something, and you like wake up every day and you like are forced to look at them,
Right.
and then if one for me, it's like once they blend into the wall, that's when they're done. So when I look at it, and that's just another, that's not a saying, that's just a piece of decoration. It's time to take it down and put a new one up, or like find something
Yep.
new to be
Oh,
inspired
yeah.
by, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I usually realize that way too late, but
Yeah. Yeah. For
yeah,
me too.
yeah,
I at the beginning of this year I actually for the first time wrote down my New Year's resolutions,
okay,
and good on me for doing it, but it's like you just mentioned, it was on my wall, and like by the time June came around, I like never even looked at it. Like it was just
yeah.
on the wall, you know.
That's the one thing
Um
they don't tell you. Those like self-help gurus and stuff. It's like,
yeah,
yeah, write these things down and put them on your here
yeah,
and look at it every day. And it's like, well,
yeah,
yeah, that's great. But then once it becomes that, it's like, okay, now what do I do? Now
yeah,
I got to go back to the drawing
exactly,
board. But
exactly,
I
yeah,
guess that's just kind of the cycle.
yeah. I mean, the process is not linear. Everybody is
Exactly.
everybody does things differently, and as long as I don't know, you're a good person, you're
Having
trying your
fun.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So you had mentioned, I mean, obviously growing up in Winnipeg, you had used to be a hockey fan. Now not so much anymore, but you are into basketball. Was it
Yeah.
basketball was it a lifelong thing, or how did that happen?
Yeah. So I wouldn't say lifelong necessarily. Like I kind of picked it up in like middle school
Yeah,
era.
yeah, yeah,
Like I made a couple friends. Uh, well, my 3 best friends growing up, like in that like grade 6, 7, 8, were
yep,
all Filipino, and
yep.
most Filipinos love basketball and are
They're
very good
good.
at basketball at that age.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to my boys Justin, Vince, and Ezekiel. Those are my guys. So they
Hell
really
yeah.
got me into it, and like of course they love Derrick Rose because he's Derrick Rose and they're Filipino.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah. So I got into the sport kind of through that lens and that era. And then it was just one of those things that I kind of ran with. I'm not very good at it. Like I'm not very good at playing, but it brings me a lot of joy.
Something you enjoy, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And so like basketball and football, American football, give me like a lot of weird inspiration in ways. Like I
Wow.
just
Hey.
like the way that the stories are told through that lens. Like it's so
Yeah.
fun for me. Like yeah, like I don't think of it as much as like the sport and athleticism, which obviously is like a huge part of it and is so cool.
Yeah.
But to me, a lot of it is like it comes down to like storytelling as well. And I think that's what really kind of gravitates me towards that. And that's not something I realized until like later in life. I was just like, I like this. But now when I think about it, like I find a lot of inspiration for like my filmmaking and stuff like through that. Whether I have some ideas that are like sports movies or like
Yeah.
unconventional sports movies is more something I want to dive into, like not the overcoming the odds, underdog story, which can be great, but it's just been told a million times.
It's been done, yeah.
Yeah. So there's only so many more ways that you can do that and have
really,
it be like profound. So I have a couple in the can that I'm just would probably need to be at a later stage in my career to really go for, but
it's good you're thinking about it now though, right?
I mean I have like just pages and pages of just like kind of things like that. I mean, like whether it's like a line that I should use in a movie or like a full-blown concept, like I just have so much stuff like that, and most of it is not for right now, but I know a lot of it will be used. Just I've already come back to it for things that I am now currently working on or worked on and stuff. But that's kind of how I do it. And a lot of that stuff like is storylines from basketball, the NBA season, or like football, and like how that stuff goes. So I don't know, I find it very inspiring, and I like seeing people overcome the odds too, like because they've done it in the movies a million times, but when it happens in real life, like there's no script to it, so like that's never not going to be cool. Like it's never not going to be cool. So in football, I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. We won the Super Bowl last year, which was great.
How would you feel if I told you I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan?
I would say Andy Reid is awesome. He used to be our coach. I love him.
Good.
And now that we're even, I have no disdain for you guys. Like whatever. Sorry we beat you again last week.
But,
we won again today, so we're looking good again.
Good.
You guys not so much.
Well,
so
I'm hoping today will be the first dub. We're playing the Giants, so I mean, fucking.
If you don't beat the Giants,
oh god,
sirens should go off all over that city. Like that is catastrophic. But you'll beat the Giants. You'll be fine. So yeah, I do actually respect the Chiefs. I think they're a fun team. Well, they were a fun team. I don't.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
I was
now,
saying this to my friend the other day because I mean, obviously, for the past few years when they've been on this winning streak and this whole refs stuff, I don't like. I understand that that's maybe how it could look sometimes, but like people like, and I'm sorry if like this is how you thought at some point, but like, are we really going to think that the NFL is going to risk like rigging something for, of all teams, the Kansas City Chiefs? Like, what is so special about the Chiefs?
That's the thing that people don't understand when they're saying that is like, yes, I understand. Like it's stars, and like if you were gonna do that, you want the stars to be like at the top, and it's like how you sell jerseys and you sell tickets and you sell this and that and whatever, and it makes the league money. But why would the stars be in Kansas City?
Exactly, right? Like why would it not be like the Rams like in Los Angeles?
Exactly.
Like one of those
they've been trying to build those cities. Yeah, they've been trying to build those two Los Angeles teams up for ages, and like the Rams are good and they won a Super Bowl and whatever, but nobody cares about the Chargers. Nobody will ever care about the Chargers. And they're kind of good, like they're fun.
They
sometimes.
are, right?
Like I'm not as high on their quarterback Justin Herbert as a lot of people, but like they're good. I mean, they're fun.
He's playing good.
Nobody
this
cares.
Season,
he has been good this season. But nobody cares. So I'm with you on that, and they're doing it to us now too. Like the Eagles, like with our tush push, everybody's least favorite play.
Oh yeah.
But now like the whole media cycle this last week was after the Kansas City game was just that. Oh, they're always false starting and this and that, so they're gonna get away with it anyway, and like so it's just a bunch of ref stuff too. It's like it's just one of those things that like you just get excuses for, or people just want an excuse as to why a team's winning, and it's like they're good.
Yeah, exactly right.
They got
whatever they
breaks.
got going. Yeah, it's working. Right?
What was I gonna... Oh yeah, last year's Super Bowl, that was great. That was awesome. But the one that mattered to me, the one that was crazy to me was like the one we won with I think it was 2017 with Nick Foles as our quarterback, just a career backup, and then we somehow ran the gauntlet And like that, there's nothing that'll ever be as cool as that moment in my life.
Right.
There will be different kinds of cool, and there will be things that are better, but there will be nothing that's like that. And like that kind of gratification.
That was
like,
the moment, hey?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, we're done. Our quarterback's out. Like 2 weeks left in the season. Okay, we're done. If we win around, I'll be happy. We went around, great. We scored like 12 points. Okay, we're definitely gonna get whipped the next round. And then it's like, no. Oh no.
Kept going.
Oh, we're going. We're playing Brady in the finals, in the Super Bowl. And somehow like that game is so fun to watch too. I've watched it back a couple of times, but so like that to me is like the magic of sports, is like being the underdog, defeating the greatest of all time in the Super Bowl with just some random guy who just got hot. And like the rest of our team was really good. Like we deserved to be there for that, but the most important player was just a guy. And he just got hot. Yeah. And is now like not a Hall of Famer, but he's like in he should have his jersey retired for the Eagles. Like that was such a big moment. Like I don't know.
Exactly.
But so just to kind of full like circle back, like that's what I love about sports, and that's like where I get my ideas from, and like that's why it's important to me, is like those kinds of moments are huge.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, I mean, like, so for me, like, I had never been, going back to hockey, I had never hugely been a huge fan growing up. Like, I mean, a bunch of my friends in middle school and everything, like, they had played. Yeah. And, I kind of played ball hockey in the gym with them or whatever, but, never was really a huge fan. It wasn't until about a few years ago when I really started getting back into the Jets. Now I'm a massive Jets fan. I love watching them. And I'll touch base kind of on last year in the playoffs, first round against the Blues. I don't know if did you see that?
I didn't watch a lot of the games, but I was keeping up. Yeah. Yeah.
So it was Game 7, and we were down 3-2, and they score within the last like 2 minutes of the game, right, to tie it up 3-3, right? Or no, so that was the last like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
not 2 minutes, 2 seconds.
Yeah, that was like
forcing OT,
buzzer beater type shit.
Like, oh my god, that was just electric. And one of my great friends is a St. Louis Blues fan, and we were watching it together. He's from St. Louis.
Okay, respect.
That was the best moment ever. Just seeing. Yeah. Oh my god! Like you were just saying, like seeing that, like rooting for the underdog, right? Because within those last like 2 minutes when we were down like the 3-2, like I was pretty much like, all right, well,
we're fucked.
At least we made it to playoffs. Played well, but they did it, right?
That's
sure, they lost in the second round, but
like if that were a movie, the movie would end at the end of Game 7.
Exactly, right?
So
exactly.
like that's take the wins.
Take it. A win is a win. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love the Jets to win it all. They don't seem like they will with how they go about the team. But so those moments are so huge. And I mean, I hope I eat my words there. I would love to see that.
I mean, they're really pushing Jonathan Taves a lot. Now that he's signed with the Jets. I know we won't talk too much more about hockey because you might not know, but
no, I do.
Like he's a Winnipeg native.
Yeah, I have a lot of opinions about Jonathan Taves actually.
Okay.
I don't know if this is totally true, but it's kind of weird that they're pushing him so hard because every single person from Winnipeg that I know that has met him said he's a huge asshole.
Really, hey?
Like that's like I mean, a lot of this also was when I was like 14, hearing it from like adults and stuff.
Right.
But this is like 7 people that I've heard that from. It's like whether he's like, it was like somebody that was a bartending like somewhere that he went. He's like, do you know who I am? Kind of thing. And again, Jonathan Taves can be a great guy. This is just word of mouth. But I just find it funny that that's kind of like the word on the street in the city. and they're pushing him like that hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my Jonathan Taves takes. But
that's your take on it. Yeah. No, that's fair. I don't really know a ton about like who he is like as a person, but yeah, like it's I mean, I hope he does well. Like, I mean, hopefully he's not some like absolute shitty person, but
agreed. But I also, with that being said, when he was in Chicago and they were in their prime, he was like one of my favorite players, or if not like top two favorite players, him and like Jerome McGinley. Like that team was fucking sick. He's a really good hockey player. I actually don't know him as a person, so sorry, Jonathan Taves, but
he's
that's
definitely watching this, and he hates you now.
Well, of course, it's two Winnipeggers. How is he not going to?
Yeah, cool stuff. Well, so you have this passion for sports, and you know how that's sort of influenced, you know, your filmmaking and everything like that. But is that kind of where your love for movies started?
No, my journey into kind of loving movies is a really weird one. Because as a kid, like a young kid, it was so huge for me. And then there was just like a period of time where I didn't watch a lot of movies. And like, I feel weird saying that as a director and a filmmaker, and writer, and like that, this is like everything for me now. But like my teenage years, I didn't really watch that many movies. But when I was like 2 years old, I would stay up every night after my mom went to bed, and I'd watch Toy Story 2 on the VCR. And I knew how to put it in and take it out myself as a 2-year-old. I don't remember this, but this is what all of my family tells me. It's like, yeah. So, I mean, they would remember better than I do. But I do remember which movies specifically. It was Toy Story 2, Monsters, Inc., and then I had this Looney Tunes or like Bugs Bunny, I think it was called 101 Rabbit Tales. And it was just like a bunch of the shorts kind of like mixed in. It's fire. Honestly, to this day, that holds up. It's so good. So funny. I love slapstick comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I think that also is why I love slapstick comedy. But yeah, like I have so many vivid memories as a kid of like movies being such like and those are not the memories that I have. I was 2, but a lot of other things too. Like one of my first memories is I love Spider-Man, and I like a lot of like the comic book stuff. Yeah. So as a kid, the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, like that was my shit. And then when the OG Spider-Man came out, I was like 3 years old. Like with Tobey Maguire and stuff. I was like 3 years old, and my parents tried to take me to it apparently like 4 different times, and I got scared within the first 10 minutes every time.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
You're good.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but this is just such a very weird thing, because so many details. I've experienced the same thing. It's like we lived very similar lives. So, specifically for Spider-Man, I vividly remember going to see Spider-Man 3 in the theater. I left within the first 5 minutes because I was scared.
That's crazy.
Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
What the fuck?
You know, it happened for me like 3 times. Once we went to the drive-in, and then twice, like at least, I think it was at least 2 other times in the movie theater. And I would like tell my parents, or this is what they told me. He's like, "No, I'm ready now. Like I can do it." And it was like the same. I believe it was the same scene every time, and it was like the first one where like Norman Osborn is like all like getting
he's
crazy.
All going crazy,
yeah. Like and he's in the. Yeah, I forget exactly how to word it, but that's what it is. The chamber thing. And he's like, oh, yeah. And I was like, no. No.
Tap it out. Yeah.
Yeah, they do not do this in the cartoon. He just wears the suit, and Spider-Man
especially
beats
when the
him up.
doctor goes and like checks on him, and he like fucking chokes him out. Oh my god.
And it makes sense, like looking back. It's a Sam Raimi movie, and he directed horror movies, and like that's a really good horror thing. But as a 3-year-old, I don't really want to see a horror movie. So yeah, it scared me shitless. But yeah, that's one of my core memories with movies. That's really funny that happened to you too. Yeah.
No, I mean, and like I was kind of like smiling as you were kind of explaining like other things too, because more details that are like similar. You had mentioned how you'd watch like the same movie kind of over and over again.
Yeah.
I used to do that as well. I had a
Hell
DVD
yeah.
player in my room with a TV, and like it was just the DVD player. So if I ever wanted to watch something, I had to have the disc, put it in. I remember watching
physical media.
You know Marmaduke?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
I do.
I watched that probably every day for an entire month. And
That's a weird
like,
movie, man.
it is a weird movie. I don't know what like gravitated me to it, but yeah, like every day, like every night in bed, just throwing on Marmaduke.
I mean, it's kind of sick. Like, is Owen Wilson in that?
Owen Wilson, yeah.
Okay,
I think so.
yeah.
You sure?
I'm pretty
It's
sure.
been years. I watched it for that entire month, and then probably like never again since then.
That's fair.
But yeah, no,
that's one of the things though from like being a kid around that era is like you had things, and the things that you had you used. Whether it was like especially like movies and like I played a lot of video games as a kid. I don't play as much anymore, but
me too.
Yeah, like the games that you had or the movies that you had, like you just watched them a bunch, and like you found all these intricacies to love, and got really obsessed with them because that's what you had. And I think there's like, I don't know, like this is obviously a way bigger conversation, but there's something lost today with like not having that, with having too many options on like the streaming services and stuff like that. It's like I have movies that I love, but I've only seen them once, and I watched them for the first time like 3 years ago, and I would consider it one of my favorite movies. Like if that was the case when I was I don't know, like even if I was my age but it was like 2006, I would have saw that movie in theaters, and then I would have bought it as soon as it came out because I loved it so much, and like
watched it over and over again from there,
and like studied it and whatever. So yeah, I think there's kind of something lost in there. But that's something different. That's a different conversation. For a different time. But there's something that I miss about that time.
That's sort of special.
It was,
You know, I don't know if this is exactly kind of what you're getting to, but I was talking to my mom the other night about how I think like my age, and I know you said you're a few years older than me, but I think, well, we would have grown up in the same
pretty similar.
Like I mean, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm about to turn 27 next week.
Okay.
So I'm 98.
Cool. So I'm 23. So we're not that far. Happy birthday in advance, by the way. No, but just like I think I grew up, and I'm probably biased, but I grew up in the best time because it was that sort of transition from like playing outside with your friends to like the technology era, right? Like I didn't grow up with a fucking iPad in my hand, sitting on the couch all day, every day, brain rotting myself, right? Like I absolutely hate that is like the norm nowadays, and it's really unfortunate to myself that I am not raising my kid that way. There is not a fucking chance. My kid is not going to be some lazy lump on a couch.
Yeah, and
go play outside. You know, go make friends.
I agree. It's such a big conversation with that too, because it's like, yeah, that's absolutely what I want, but is that what my kid's gonna want with everybody else around them?
Yeah,
but I hear you.
That's like, also a very good point. Yes, I can't force, but
I hear you completely, and I agree. I'm currently collecting DVDs for
that's
future
awesome.
Children. Like I just picked up.
Awesome.
This was a little while ago, but because it
they're
was like that
already obsolete. I feel like, and
you can find them really cheap.
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't even think I have a DVD player anymore. Like,
I just use my PlayStation 4, but like,
nice.
I like collecting them. Like it's because there's so many things that are collectible now that are really fucking expensive and like super like reseller whatever. But DVDs, like they're so accessible and like it's not that far gone that people like you can go to Value Village and find a bunch for like $3, and it's like this movie's sick. Like I got Fantastic Mr. Fox for like $3.99.
I love that movie.
It's fucking great. Like that's one of the ones too. It's like this is the type of stuff I would love to show future children, and like I talk to my girlfriend about that like quite often. It's like yeah, like this is what I would love them to grow up on. I can't choose that, but
Absolutely.
this is like,
Yeah. But at least
I'm gonna
try.
try it. Yeah, I'm gonna try
Yeah.
and like sneak it in
Yeah.
there. Be like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, watch your little bit of YouTube, whatever, or
Right.
whatever the kids show is,
Like
and
just
then
find that balance. Yeah.
yeah, and
I
then
mean,
here's Coco.
yeah.
I also
Yeah.
love that movie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like just like some actual like good stuff that is also, that level. That K-pop Demon Hunters movie that just came out. This is a total tangent, but
Right.
that was awesome. I don't know if you saw it. I'd
I
actually
haven't seen
recommend
it.
it.
No. No.
I don't
You do?
like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like K-pop like as a genre all that much.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
I also haven't given it a huge chance. The music in there was really good. Like,
Really?
for no
Okay.
reason. Yeah.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
it's stuff like that. It's like, yeah, this would be good to show a kid today. Which is nice that they're still making some stuff like that. But yeah.
Good.
Long story short, I collect that stuff on DVD for the future.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you remember when they were like really pushing Blu-ray and making it seem like it was this like crazy innovative,
thing.
like
Yeah.
like the next level, yeah. But to be honest, was there really that much? Like,
No, that's
I don't
what
think
I
there's that
tell
much of a
people
difference.
too. It's like, it's like, it's like the quality difference, and I think some of those like Criterion ones. I don't know, like if you've seen a bunch of that stuff, but some of those are like they have like a bunch of extra shit in there, and like,
yeah.
But I don't think it's as much about the Blu-ray disc as it is like just what they're adding into it.
Right.
But yeah, like I remember that, and I was thinking like, is it
There's gonna be like
gonna be any different? Like it's still a disc. Because it was the VHS, which was like the big, thick, whatever tape. And then it was like the cool part about the DVD was that it was so slim, and that like and you just slide it in there, you put it in the case. The cases are smaller, and you can, they had all these. You didn't have to like rewind the tape.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Like that kind of stuff too. Is like they had all these special features in there, and like the main menu, and you could do all that stuff. So there was so much different between the VHS and the DVD, and then the Blu-ray was kind of just like the bottom of the disc is blue. Look at that. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's brand new.
All right. And I'm sure there are some cool stuff with Blu-ray, but it definitely wasn't the change that it needed to be to like keep it going.
I mean, I think it did the job because like a lot of people were talking about it at the time. I bet, and it. I remember it. I think wasn't the Blu-ray version always a bit more expensive?
Yeah, it still is. Like they actually still sell Blu-rays for like kind of expensive, which is why I collect DVDs because it's cheap. Like the Blu-rays actually can sell for a bit. Kind of weird.
I'd love to know eventually at some point, like what is the actual difference? Like, weird.
I think
quality,
some of it's quality, but
like, is it like one 720p in the other, like Blu-ray's 1080p? Like that would be my only guess. But
I'd assume it's something along those lines.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So basketball, sports, everything like that. That's all.
Yeah, I think I was talking something about we somehow got here. Like where I got into movies. So
yeah.
Okay, just kind of circle back to that.
Oh yeah, circling back. Yes. How did that?
Yeah, because I kind of talked about like
we're getting in a good flow. Yeah, I love it.
I'm here for it. But yeah, so like that was like kind of my early years with it was like the stuff that we were kind of talking about and weird coincidence of going to see Spider-Man in theaters. But yeah, like after I was like, I don't know, probably like 10 or so, like the next like 10 years of my life there was very few films that I saw that like made an impact on me. I'd go to the theater like with friends just to go see something and just be like, okay. And a lot like I've always liked the superhero stuff. So and a lot, but at that time a lot of those movies were like pretty bad. There was the MCU was like pretty good. It was it was hitting some good ones here and there.
There are some that I love and some that I'm like boring.
Agreed. So it was kind of like iffy in that front. Dark Knight came out and that was awesome. But like that's kind of like the last movie that I remember that like made an impact on me for a long time. Other than Interstellar, but it didn't last. That's just one I saw in theaters that was like, yeah, this movie's sick.
It's a good one. Yeah.
But then, so it was kind of right after that COVID period where I mentioned that I kind of was done with my current job and kind of realized that COVID could throw a wrench into things and I could be fucked. My path was kind of not going to be great. So it was around that time. My dad was staying with me at my house in this town, Portage la Prairie. That's a bit of a weird dynamic. That's probably for a different podcast. But anyway, one of the things we really bonded over while he was staying there was just movies, and
love that.
We would just like kind of watch a movie every day. So my biggest inspiration is David Lynch. I think he was just a fucking genius in every sense of the word. Like if you look up genius, like one of the synonyms should just be David Lynch. Like
his name.
It's not like you need a better definition to describe it, but synonyms, it's him. So I think he's just fucking incredible. And we watched Twin Peaks, and it was like, and we watched the first episode and we were like, why are we both into this? Like, this is kind of weird. Like, feels like teeny bopper, like soap opera,
right,
whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, because I didn't know anything really about it at the time. I just heard it was like highly regarded. So it's like, okay, let's check it out. And watching that with him like really made a huge impact on like the next however many years of my life, and probably the rest of them, honestly. So it was like that 4-month period where he was staying with me that really got me back into it and like to where I am now, because then he left and did his own thing and I was still like, I'm studying movies, I'm watching a movie a day, every day, and I did that for the rest of the time that I was in Manitoba until I ended up moving here. I watched like a movie every single day, and if I didn't, I watched 2 episodes of a TV show, which same thing. And I just like, because there was so much I hadn't seen. Like I'd missed so many years of like movies. It's like in one night I watched Taxi Driver and The Big Lebowski as like a back-to-back.
Okay.
And like I had like a bunch of those where it's just like classics, and I watched them like as a double feature. I watched Zodiac and something crazy. I can't remember.
Okay.
Actually, no, it was Zodiac and Taxi Driver, same night, double feature. And it was just like, this is crazy to be able to have this much of a back catalog of classics that I haven't seen and to catch up on. And it was such an amazing period in my life. Because every night I was watching something that was sick. And even if the first thing I didn't watch was sick, I'd find something else. Like, oh, okay, this one was like kind of whatever. But it's 10 o'clock and let's do another one. That really got me to where I am. And I think it was when my dad was still there. We watched Conan the Barbarian with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he picked it, and he was like, sorry for picking this one, it was kind of shit. And I was like, it was okay. And he's like, and then I was like, but I think I could write a movie better than that. And then he just looked at me and he was like, yeah, you could. I was like, yeah, I think I could. And I just like kind of thought about that.
Was that
for
the
like,
moment?
Yeah.
But
it was
changed.
Like, it wasn't like that moment initially, but it was kind of just like thinking about that. It's like, it was kind of an offhanded comment, but like, I think I might be able to.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah. Once he took off, like probably a month later after that, I started, I would watch a movie every day, and
I love that.
I just started coming up with some ideas, and David Lynch calls it fishing for ideas, and that's something I think about a lot. It's just like, it's like fishing, you know, like he'll say this way better than I will, but you just kind of sit there in thought, like you would when you're fishing. You just sit there on your boat or on the shore with your line in the water, and you just wait, and you wait till something comes, and something will come.
Yeah.
Eventually, like if that's where your brain, if that's what you want, and like that's what you're looking for in your silence, and you're dedicated to your silence, something will come. It might suck.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it might not be actually be good.
You know, but at least it's something, right?
Yeah, and then you can work with it and figure out, okay, this is why this sucks. So next time, I'll do something without that part, you know? Like, or whatever it is. So that's something that I, like, really try and, like, at that point, too, I was like, yeah, I'll just do this and see what comes of it. And I wrote the beginning of some terrible scripts. Didn't know how to format it at all. I learned how to format scripts from reading the first like 20 pages of the Superbad script, like probably like 20 times.
Right.
Because I would just read until it was like answered my question.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. So this is how you format this. It was that one, and it was The Dark Knight Rises, because Christopher Nolan, which wasn't actually formatted as properly. So I'd use Superbad a lot, but that one was just a good read. They didn't have the OG Dark Knight, or else I would have used that for free. So those are the two scripts. I just referenced those. Like, I didn't do like a whole lot. I didn't know what I was doing. And then it was just one of those things where I was having so much fun with it. And like, this is like one of my generic kind of answers when people like ask what I've, like how I got into filmmaking. Is just like, I've been telling stories for years with like my old job, like doing the interviews and writing news stories and stuff like that, but I'm just telling other people's stories. Like, I just want to tell my own now.
I love that.
So that's kind of my thing now, is like just I've been doing that for a long time, so I have the knowledge. I just need to format it a different way. And I've been somebody who like comes up with little worlds and whatever. Like, my mind has been going with ideas since I can remember.
That's awesome.
It's just like how I would go about it is like, now I can put it on a page instead of like however else I would do it, which has varied in a million different ways throughout my life. Like, as a kid, you know, you're just like that. It's make something outside. It's like, okay, this is that, and like make believe kind of stuff. Or my cousin and I would like do this little like when we were like really young. We you know those mini hockey sticks?
Yeah.
So we would like do a tournament bracket of like current NHL teams, and one of us would be the goalie for both teams. And then the other one, because it was just the two of us, and the other one would be the players for all the other teams. And we would just like do make-believe like that. But it would also be like, okay, if the goalie's hot for this one team today, like I'm just trying to save. If I'm the goalie, I'm just trying to do it both sides. But anyway, that was another one of my little make-believe worlds. And like, shout out to my cousin Dylan too. Like, that's my dog. But yeah, so like him and I would like do that when we were like really young. And then it transitioned to basketball. But like, those are just kind of the make-believe worlds that I've had for different eras of my upbringing and like different kinds of things. But again, it was just kind of like getting that on the page. And yeah, once I realized I liked that and I could do it, I always loved Toronto. Been here a few times for vacation, and I fell in love with the place. And I knew this is where I wanted to do that. Yeah, it was Toronto Film School, and then
so you went there.
Here we are.
You went there.
I did. I didn't finish, but I did go there. I liked it for what it was.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it or you knew, but I'm an actor. I went there for the acting program, and my experience was both good and bad. More good than
I feel that,
but you were saying you didn't finish, but it was fairly okay. I enjoyed it for what it was, and I think I was a lot greener than a lot of the people that were going in. Like, like just kind of what we've been talking about too is like, I had a big hiatus of like not
being super into film for a little while, and I think that was like
Yeah.
not the case for a lot of the people. So I was in the writing program,
Yeah.
um, and yeah, so I think a lot of the stuff that like felt kind of mundane or whatever, or like super basic for a lot of people. I heard your episode with Jesse, and like that's my guy. That's like my best friend
No,
out
I
here.
was gonna I was
I
gonna talk to him
love
about
him.
him.
He's
Yeah, I talked to you about him.
the best. Yeah, he's like so
Is that how you
naive
met?
sometimes.
At,
yeah. So
at
actually,
TFS?
I think it was like their academic advisor or whatever, like the person you
Yep.
call to like kind of set
Yep.
you up. She
Yep.
was like, you should talk to this guy Jesse. I was like, okay, sure. And then it was him. I was like, she knew what was up. Like she actually like wasn't just saying shit. It's like, yeah, we actually did get along very well.
Awesome, man.
But yeah, so for him, he was a lot more. He knew that's something he wanted to do for years.
Yeah.
So a lot of like he dropped out really early, but that makes sense. That made sense for him. It didn't for me because I was a lot of those things I did need to learn. So it was pretty basic, but I think the learning part was great for me. The only reason I dropped out is because the last like 2 terms of the writing program is just writing, which is great, but. One, I can do that on my own, but 2, and more importantly, a lot of the ideas that I had and had been working with for months and months and months of the program, sorry, were like, they were nitpicked so much that I now didn't know what the ideas were, and I took too many things. I took too many notes on it. And some of the notes were very good and very helpful. Others were very nitpicky and like story structure, and I like to think of my stuff as a little like it's not earth-shattering, but it's not conventional either. Like the way I write is not super duper conventional. Right. So some of those things that are structure oriented got too deep in my brain in the early going, and I didn't know where to go with some of these ideas. I'm very grateful.
Sorry, you're going. Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm very grateful for my time at TFS.
Yeah.
Toronto Film School, but I'm glad that I stopped going when I did because I think that was that was kind of my cap.
You got what you needed. Yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, when I was talking to Jesse, he had mentioned that when he is writing, he's not writing a story. He's just writing to write.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how your approach is kind of thing, or
think,
like what's your initial like when you are writing, like you'd mentioned like something, you just have an idea and you write down maybe just one line. But
so I think that's kind of more. I think we're different. Like him and I are different in our processes a little bit. But it is a way where like we have worked together and worked together very well because like that's how he kind of goes about it. So for me, it's more. I have the idea, I write it down somewhere. Then, if it's really calling to me at the time, like, I'll just spend time, like, kind of thinking about it, and I don't write it on the page, because, like, I don't want to say, like, that I have something that I definitely don't have, but, like, I feel like I have a little tiny bit of OCD.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm not diagnosed, and this is probably wrong, but I'm just very particular. I just say that to say I'm very particular with things. So once I write
I'm the
something,
same exact way with ADHD. Like I've never been diagnosed, but I always tell people
you just feel
I'm fucking sure I have it because like I show a lot of the characteristics and whatever and the that kind of thing. So I get what you're saying by that.
Yeah, and OCD can be very extreme, so I don't want to like make it seem like
for
I
sure.
have something terrible.
Yeah.
But it's just I'm very particular about certain things is more what it is. And like once I write something on like a document that is meant for screenwriting, like it has to be in the right format. And I can't just like jot a bunch of shit down and then re-edit it later. Like I can do edits, absolutely. We all need to do edits as writers, like that's what it all is. But so my process is a little more like, okay, I'll have the overarching idea, and then it's like jot down a bunch of things. It's like anything that comes to mind that's like could be relevant, and a lot of the stuff I'll write as if I'm talking to myself for me to read later.
Cool.
Where it's like,
cool, yeah.
Like maybe try blah 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 blah. This character doing that, but also
personal notes. Yeah.
Yeah, but also think about blah 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 as if like it could be this way or it could be that way, but weigh out the pros and cons of doing that, and what would have to happen if it was this way, and what would have to happen if it was that way. So it's a lot more like just word vomit.
Right.
Just to like get a bunch of stuff out and then have stuff to go back to and refer to and read and be like, okay, that makes sense if I go about it that way. That makes sense if I go about it that way. So I think it's a little more, when I do go to the page, it's a little more intentional. And I that's one thing I really do want to work on for myself, is just like being able to just go to the page and just go. Because I can if I don't care about something, but when I really care about something, like I have to be so intentional with it, or else I just don't get something. But yeah, some of my better stuff has been like just off the cuff, and then I just see it's like, oh, this is here now.
Yeah.
What can I do with it now that it's here? And like now and I do that same process, but from something that is already existed. So yeah, I have a film that I'm working on right now. We have like one more day of shooting. Three's a Crowd.
Awesome. Three's a Crowd. Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be kind of my big directorial debut.
Awesome.
But I have something else that I'm already ready to do next.
Cool.
That I wrote like this time last year, and that was very like off the cuff, like just I don't know even what I'm writing, and just create something. And I think it's like my favorite thing that I've done, and it's not even in a
one
genre
of those ideas that just worked.
It just blossomed, and it's weird, and it has like, because this current project, Three's a Crowd, I'm very, very happy with a lot of the stuff that has taken place so far. My actors are great. My crew has been very, very great. Like they've just had my back. Like I couldn't ask for better people to work with. And I love the story that we're telling too. It's a very grounded story. But that's also not what I do typically. Like I don't really write stuff that's like super duper grounded. Like it's very like I like people to have their own interpretations of my stuff. That's something I'm big on, or at least trying to do that. But yeah, so this one is like I'm really excited for it to come out and be like my first directorial debut, because I think it's gonna be quite different from most of the other stuff I do in the future. But yeah, so this one's called Three's a Crowd. But the next thing that I'm already ready to produce, I don't know if it'll actually be the next, but I wrote it, it's finished, it's good to go. Just will probably need a little more money. Another short film, but it's way more in the lane of like the stuff that I see myself doing and like who I think I am as a writer and director. So very excited for that. But I just say that to say that one was all done kind of, I had like, it kind of takes place in like three parts. And I just like whipped up the first part, just not knowing what it was, and then I had it, and I was like, okay, so this is something. Like I really like this. Now I'm gonna put all the thought into it, and now I'm gonna jot down the notes, and I'm gonna whatever. And I think that really worked for me. Something I would like to get better at. But yeah, that's kind of my process. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great. Another kind of similarity between you and I is like, so for me, well, I don't know if you have much experience with video editing or just like editing.
A little bit, yeah.
In general,
but not a ton,
I have about 10 years of experience.
Okay.
I've been for a long time, and like the way you were kind of explaining your process about you give yourself personal notes, like I do the same thing with like editing, where there's this weird sort of mindset I have with it, where so when I look at the timeline on a let's just say Premiere Pro, for example, I love the look of having all the different clips kind of jumbled everywhere, and just that process of cleaning it up and creating the final product, the finishing product. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, I hear that.
Where was I going with that? I don't know. We'll just talk about your Your three's a crowd, and
Yes.
um, I guess without giving any spoilers, kind of what's
Yeah.
it about or what the story behind it is.
Yeah, so it's something that I actually started when I was in film school. The script started as it was like write a short film script as something that we did in one of our classes, and it started as that, and it was the idea was fun,
Right.
and I don't like not to, I don't think this will give too much away, but initially it was called Pina Colada, like the song.
Okay.
Do you know the song
Right.
Pina Colada?
I think Pina Colada. Is that
Do you
one?
know what it's about?
Not a ton. No.
Okay, so that was kind of it was called that because of what the song's about.
Okay.
And again, that'll kind of give a lot away. So if you know, you know. If not, you can
Okay.
do your research if you'd like.
Okay.
But
Cool.
so
The
that
people
that was
that know it, I'm sure they'll
yeah,
appreciate it.
that was the initial idea for the short film. I tweaked it to make it more interesting. So that's kind of like the first half of the film. And then the second half takes place about a year later. So it is, for anybody that doesn't know the story of that song. Again, I did change it a bit. So
Yeah. Yeah.
My story, Three's a Crowd, is about a guy and a girl. They're in their early 20s. They're dating. It's the guy's birthday.
Okay.
And the girl kind of brings him a surprise of sorts that he's unexpectedly not too happy about.
Okay.
And it kind of devolves from there. And that's like the first half of the film. And the
Nice.
second half takes place a year later. The guy tries to reconnect. And we see that things have changed a lot in that year span.
Very cool.
Yeah. So again, I'm not giving too many details,
Yeah.
but it is funny. It's dramatic. I think the first half in particular is quite funny. I'm very proud of it. The actors that we
Good.
have are very, very good. I think they're all like have really good, really bright futures ahead of them. Like they know what they're doing, and
Yeah.
So our two main actors, their names are Alan and Bo. I wish I could shout them out and give them their last names. I'm terrible with last names. I apologize to you guys. You guys are awesome.
Shout out Alan and Bo.
Yeah, they used to be roommates,
Okay.
but now and always just kind of friends. But now in this script, we didn't know that when we were casting them either, which was really funny to find out.
Cool.
So we had Alan in place because he was definitely by far the best male that submitted an audition or like a self-tape. And we were testing him out with a couple, like chemistry tests with a couple other actresses because we got a lot of really good ones. I was stunned, honestly. Like some of these people that submitted were really, really good. And then so we did like 2 or 3, and then Bo was the last one, I believe. And we got to her, and I was like briefly mentioning it to him, like who she was and whatever. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, we were just roommates. Like we just like." I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah.
But because of that, their chemistry in the film is incredible. Like
Awesome.
it's so good.
Did they ever date in real life or?
No. But
no. Okay.
a lot
So
of
they
it
just have that good.
Yeah, a lot of the movie is not them being like on a good page either. It's like a lot of like arguments and disagreements and that kind of stuff. So they had the friendship to be able to like have that fun banter. And again, it's supposed to be kind of funny. So like some of the banter is pretty outlandish and like over the top. So they had a great delivery to be able to do that. And like there was a couple times where we just kind of let them go. I don't know what will make it into the final cut. But some of the times where we just let them go and just like say whatever they had, or just the end of the scene, let them continue their dialogue because it kind of cuts abruptly in the script. Just so funny and so natural. Like yeah, so I'm really grateful to have the two of them be
Right.
as great as they were and have the chemistry that they did. And then we have like one more main. I would consider her main character. Her name's Kayla. She's also great. Again, I wish I could give the last name. I'll hopefully find it when I
Shout out
repost
Kayla.
this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so they were all just really really good to work with, and I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, it's been a
Awesome.
really fun process. It's very difficult. It's taken a lot longer than I thought it was going to take,
Right.
but I'm really excited for our final product. Yeah, we have one more day of
Good.
filming that we're currently planning, but I'm hoping to
Yeah.
have it done early next year, have a final cut, and be able to submit to some festivals
Awesome.
and do that kind of circuit and
Hell yeah.
have
Hell
people
yeah.
see it. I'm
Yeah. I'd love
really
to see it whenever it's out. Yeah.
Yeah, you will know, and I will be promoting the absolute fuck out of it
Yeah.
because
Something
I'm
you're
very
proud of.
proud. I'm very
Yeah.
proud of it, and I'm very proud of
yeah.
everybody that's been involved and everybody that's kind of read the script along the way and helped me get it
Right,
to where it
right.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges. I started. I had my first meeting with my assistant director,
Okay.
Sam. Shout out to Sam again. Terrible with last names. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep feeling bad. But so I met up with her to talk about it in like mid-December of last year,
Okay.
and I had finished the script about 7 months prior to that. So this has been in the works
Okay,
for a
nice.
long time.
I think also like at least a little bit. The way I think of it is like if something, especially if you're proud of it, but if it takes that long time, it's almost like it adds a bit more
I
to
agree.
it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Right? Because you really put in the thought, you really put in the time, and like this is something that you passionate about, right?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
yeah,
And it's been so nice to have people on board that also like really care about it.
yeah,
And
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
that was one of my big things when having like when building a crew and building the cast was like
Right.
I'm not looking for people to just give me a bunch of praise, but I want you to care about the story. And if you don't care about the story, like that's not about me. Like I would also love edits to my script. But if you don't care about the story that we're trying to tell, then this isn't the place for you, and that's okay. Like that's completely
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But I'm so grateful to have just a bunch of people on board that give a shit about the story that we're telling and are excited to tell it in the way that I want to
Yeah.
and the way that
Yeah.
I've designed it to be told in. Yeah, so it's very exciting to be near the end of our filming process again.
Good.
Yeah, we'll have one more
Awesome.
day that we gotta get done.
Yeah. Then it's post production and
Yeah, and
off
then
to the races.
exactly. So again,
Yeah.
hoping to have a final cut by early next year and be able to do
Great,
some of
great.
the next year festivals. But
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. Again, like
yeah.
you said there, the more time it takes, the more you get invested into it, and like the more I care about it. And everybody else around is
Yeah.
the same. So I'm really
Yeah.
appreciative to them, and I'm excited for the rest of the journey with it. Yeah, it's been great.
Fuck yeah. Well, quickly before we move on, just I took a quick note of something you had said when you were in the casting process.
Yeah.
And I think this could really help, well, me as an actor, but I mean
Yeah.
any other actors that might be watching this. You had mentioned how I believe it was Alan's self-tape that stood out. What stood out about it? Like what?
Well, that's a good question.
Like,
I think so. Okay,
like they always say make bold choices, right? But it's like you as a director, you've seen this, right?
yeah.
What?
So I think with self tapes in particular, make sure it's not terrible quality.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
like it doesn't
Quality's
have
a big
to
one.
be. You don't have to use like a film camera. You can use your phone,
Yeah.
but like
yeah.
make sure I can see your face.
Yeah.
Like know what you look like.
Yeah.
I think a lot. One of the things with Alan too is like he looked the part for what I wanted.
Okay. Yeah. You just have that
but
vision. Yeah.
at the same time, he delivered the things in a couple of ways So I would say like self-tape, like try it twice, like if you can. If it's not like a big long 4-minute like thing for the self-tape, like if you can do it in a minute and a half, try it twice.
Yeah, and submit both, you think?
Yeah, because, and you can submit it in one file.
Yeah.
This again, I'm a first-time director, so this might be terrible advice for like big-time stuff.
No, I mean,
but one of the things that I found is like, if it's kind of close, then I might want to see a little more. So
so it kind of grabs your interest a bit there.
Yeah, and like I think bold choices are good and interesting, but don't, like, not to be an asshole, but don't make dumb choices.
Yeah.
Don't just like read, like understand the script.
Yep.
And sometimes, to be fair to actors too, is like you only get a certain piece of the script, but
kind of have to fill in the gaps. I find that to be one of the most challenging parts of being an actor.
I'm sure that would be really challenging, but if you can like kind of have your own version of this character, like who you are, and like make it something that's tangible to you, and kind of cater it to who you are, but also like who you are as an actor. Is like, okay, so I have this experience in my life. This character's going about these things this way. Why would I go about those things that way? And give yourself some kind of background of some sort. And then you can kind of come in there and be a little more like feel more like the character. So that, I don't know, like these are kind of acting tips from a guy that's not an actor. I've done some acting, but I found I just found a lot of the women in particular, like that did the self-tape, like it was just more serious, and I had a lot more options of like, so I narrowed it down to like 5 or 6, and it was like, this one looks the part, this one like this one looks the part and was quite good, this one does it well in this way, in like a so it like the film itself has a lot of arguments, so like it was more intense on the arguments, and was louder projecting. So like that's the way she took it, and I thought that was good. I didn't know if that's exactly what I wanted, but I thought it was really good. And then there was another one that took it a little more personal, and was like more low key with it, and was like just felt like she was taking all these things to heart, and that's how she delivered it. So I think you're right in the be bold, but I don't know if it's as much be bold as just find the stance. It's like find how you want to take it and do it. And don't
commit to it.
Yeah. Like being in the middle is kind of tough. Like so I think find the way that you interpret it and go for it. And if you have and like I said too, like if it's a 1.5 page scene that you're reading, then just like do it twice. If you have a couple ideas, like try them out. Because if they don't like your first one, they're not gonna look at the second one. That's fine.
Exactly.
But if there's something there, but it's not quite there, or even if it is, like it's like they'll probably look at the second one. I know. I know. I can speak for myself. I know I would. If there's something there, it's like because that's kind of what we did too. Is like I watched most of them all the way through because I just like if somebody's giving me that time, I'd like to give it back. But some of them,
that's awesome.
Like there was a few where it's like you're halfway through. We're also been doing this for 2 hours, kind of thing, and it's like you're halfway through, and it's like, okay, there was like absolutely nothing here that is gonna do it. But if there's something, I will give it all of its time. If there's anything, so I think that would kind of be my advice. I don't know if I'm the best person to take that from.
I don't think you have to worry about giving bad advice. I mean that I found value in that, so I'm sure other people would. I really like that. I really like the whole providing the options. Like I mean, like you had said, if it's a shorter scene, like, yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not going to go submitting a 4-page scene and do it twice
Exactly, yeah.
because they're not going to watch, they're probably not even going to watch all of the
Yeah,
first one, even if it is good.
but even
right?
within that too, like if it's a 4-page scene, you can almost give slightly different performances in the
Yeah.
one scene. Like
Yeah.
if you see
Yeah,
it in
yeah.
a couple different ways,
Yeah.
like you can deliver
Yeah.
this one line in
Mhm.
a specific way that
Yeah.
feels
Yeah, yeah,
what
yeah.
like. So I don't know. Again, I hope this is okay advice, but
Yeah. No, it's great.
that's
Yeah.
at least for me. That's what I think would work if you're submitting to a film of mine.
Right. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, yeah. I find that to be fantastic. Yeah. So we were kind of talking earlier about Jesse Roman, and he had
Yeah.
mentioned, his film shelf life. I don't know how much of an impact you had on that specific film, but he talked about you a lot in the
My
process
guy.
of things. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Um,
his process with that was interesting, and it was fun to be around because we were kind of
Yeah.
writing our films around the same time.
doing yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, so I had finished mine a little bit prior, and we were thinking about like trying to collaborate in some way, and just couldn't quite make it work. For this thing in particular,
Yeah.
we were gonna do like a
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. He's a great conversationalist. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So
He's a cool guy.
he had a couple like. He loved that title, and I know in your episode, like he was talking about how important titles are for him.
Yep.
So he
Yep.
loved that title. He had a couple things with that title before he like landed on this one. But this was the one that I like when he showed it to me. I was like, yeah, this is it. Like this is
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what his initial plan with it was when he showed me. I can't remember.
Right. Yeah.
But
Well,
I
because he had
remember
mentioned something about how it was just like a writing challenge or something like that. I don't know if he did that with you or someone else, or if it was just on his own.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think it was a challenge that he kind of gave to
Yeah.
himself,
Yeah.
and he just like showed me it, and like it was not I don't because there's some things that he puts a lot of weight on, and like I think we all do as like writers and creators. It's like so this is like the big thing. Here it is, and he didn't
Yeah.
come to me with that energy, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll give it a read.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is like really good, and we had like an hour and a half conversation about it afterwards. Of like if that was my script, like what I would do with it and where I think he should go with it. And I'm very glad that he's like that's what he's doing with it. I think the script has changed a little bit since I read it last, which I'm excited for. So I'm excited to like I'm
I want to
gonna
see
be
it too.
a little surprised with a lot of the things that are in there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it's going to be a really good film. I'm excited for him. I was on set one of his days, and he just had a very minimalist crew, which was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It's more real almost.
Yeah,
that's
I was behind the camera for one shot, and he went to go. I don't know where he went, but he's like, "Just take over as director for this shot." I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And I tilted the camera a little bit. I just like framed it up a little differently. And he's like, "This is what I want. This is why I brought you here." I was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Yeah.
No, but he's great. He's like such a fun person to be around, and such a great like we complement and contrast each other very well. I'm sure he mentioned it, but we wrote a play together. That was put on in November of last year, and that was like that was
what was that
pretty,
called again? I remember...
Fuck, what was it called? Oh, the title's good too.
That's okay if you don't know it.
Oh my god.
I remember seeing a bunch of like promotional like pushing it out on social media, and I would have gone to see it, but
Oh, that's okay. No, I wish we were able to have more than one show. I'm so mad at myself that I can't think of the fucking title. But the art for it was a carrot hanging from a string, and that was like a big part of what we had in there, and it was really cool because it was like the whole basis of the play was just like about because both of us are in similar shoes coming here trying to like make your ideas something. And so he came from like a business background and like was working at a bank when he came here. So it was kind of like from that lens too, was like our main character was in like this not dead end job, but like this just constant cycle of like, yeah, you're gonna make money, you're gonna be able to live your life pretty well, but is that what you want? Like, is it gonna be satisfying for what you want? So that's kind of what we were playing with, and a lot of our characters, other than our main character, who was played by Jules, his girlfriend. Shout out to Jules. She did great. And the rest of our actors in there also did very well, but they were all like kind of obscure, like voices that talk to you in your head was like the idea. I think most people got it that watched it. I don't know. We did it
you
one
can only
time,
hope, right?
I thought we did a good job of like portraying that. And like they were just their character names were just like the emotion, like it was, and that was never mentioned, but yeah, so like that's kind of what it was, and it was cool because this carrot was hanging down on the stage like throughout the whole play from the beginning. She has this little interaction with the one character that is actually real, or one of two who was played by the same actor. That is actually real, and it was like a coworker / boss who was like telling her about the carrot. They're gonna hang it in front of you for the rest of your life, and you're gonna chase it, and like you're gonna feel like you get closer, but it's always gonna be that same distance. And it's just one of those things, like that's kind of like a lot of the corporate world today, or that's how it feels at least. Is like there's always this next little thing, but then you get there, and it's like that's not enough, so it's the next thing, and it's like the carrot technically moves and you do attain it, but it doesn't feel like you do, so it seems like it's always the same distance in front of you. And then at the end of the play, she decides to cut the string, and it was like,
hell yeah, that's so cool.
So like, I give this away because we will not be able to put it on again, to my knowledge at least. And it was like a one-time thing, but it was really powerful for me. In all honesty, like as soon as it was over, I went outside by myself and played Gobstopper by Jay Dilla and cried, and it was awesome.
I love that. So specific.
That's my triumph song. If you listen to it, it's like just an instrumental. And it just sounds like triumph. And I did the same thing when I found out that I got accepted to TFS and I was moving here. I was just outside in the grass sitting down, and I played that song and I just cried tears of joy, and it was so it's that song's very important to me. It's like all these kinds of moments, but I forget why I went on this tangent about Jesse, but I love him.
I just brought him up.
Because shelf life. So I was a little part of it. I won't take much credit. I was on set for one of the days. I think he might actually be finishing it filming today, from what I heard from him. So I'm very excited for him. I think we've had I think our films will come out around the same time, and I'm excited to kind of go through this journey along with him. Cool. And the same kind of conversation that we had after he wrote Shelf Life is not Three's a Crowd, but the other one that I mentioned earlier, which don't really know if I have a title for yet. When he read that, it was the same thing. It was like very like we talked for like 2-3 hours, and it was for me it was like I knew it was something. I didn't know it was that, and he came back to me and he's like, I don't even know what some of this stuff means, but you cannot fucking change it. And I was like, okay, that's what I'm going for. That's my shtick. I told you I like David Lynch movies, like, so that's like kind of what that is. That's the part of it that I really like, is like the unexplainable aspect of certain things. So I mean that film was very far away, but like one of the lines that he really liked in it was I don't remember exactly how I phrased it, but it was something along the lines of the clock strikes 70. And he's like, I don't know what the fuck that means, but you cannot change it. And I was like, okay, I won't. I know what it means. I'm not telling you either. So you'll either figure it out in the context, meaning. or you'll do what you want with it. Hate it, love it, feel weird
yeah.
about it. Yeah. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah, he's a big part of my journey as a filmmaker. And I think that will not change for however long it goes.
Hell yeah. Hopefully lifetime, eh?
I think so. Yeah, it's more about
Yep.
how long that lifetime is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
We'll
stay
see.
healthy.
I'll do my best.
Quickly before we move on from this stuff, like this is just something that I'm like been in my head like the whole time, but I wanted to let you keep going on your thing. I looked up quickly what it was called. It's called Dreamless. The
Thank
play.
you. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good because I didn't know it either, and I was like, I want
Yeah,
to know.
I fucking co-wrote the thing.
Okay,
I know what it's
it's
called.
okay. I've been there too, where like I totally should know something and I don't. So yeah, totally. It's all good.
It's a great title too. I do like that.
It is, yeah, and especially now that you've kind of explained the whole like story to me, like I definitely see how that title has really like correlated to like the story.
Yeah.
Quickly, I want to ask you though, do you prefer directing for film or theater? Like, what's the difference there?
So theater was not something I ever thought I would get into. Like, my history with theater is I did 2 high school plays when I was in high school, and I got and like I was the one person from the basketball team that did that. And I kind of got all my boys on for the second one, or actually for both of them, but it was like later in the process. And then our coach was like pissed off. It was like, "You guys are going to fucking do all that stupid shit." It's like, no, it's kind of it's super fun. So shut up. Anyway, but that was like the only experience I had in theater prior. And then Jesse kind of pulled me on board for what this was, and it was, I don't know if I can necessarily compare it exactly because him and I did it together, and this one, like the film Three's a Crowd, I'm doing by myself. So there are some differences there, but I think a lot of the stuff was kind of transferable.
Yeah.
So like there were certain things that he took the reins with with the play, and there were certain things that I took the reins with. Like I felt like I kind of was more so doing like the thing with the actors and like making sure that their deliveries and giving them notes on things, whereas Jesse was more on like the full scale of the production and a little bit more of the blocking and figuring out like that aspect of it. Where like I was like more focused on like making sure that they were delivering things how we needed it for like the story that we were telling. So yeah, I think I prefer doing it for film just because, like, that's more my speed. And, like, that's more what I want to create. But I think it was really fun doing it as a play, too, because it felt like you can really see the fruit of your labor. I think we were also in a unique situation where it was a lot quicker turnaround time. Like, we started... Like, he brought me on board in, like, I think it was, like, it was the summer of last year, and then it was performed in November. Initially, it was supposed to be performed at the end of September. So it was like, write the thing, cast the thing, rehearsal, over Zoom rehearsal. It's like get everything down really quickly. But then we had like the extra. We did all that really, really quickly, aiming for like a end of September date, and we weren't quite ready. Excuse me, but we did it in like along with a fashion show, and they weren't quite ready either. So that was also a blessing in disguise for us. Give us a little extra time to work out the kinks, figure out what we need to figure out, and then that last little bit felt a lot smoother. Getting into it, but yeah, so I really liked that. I thought it was really fun to do, but it also kind of felt a little more low pressure for me, because it wasn't something that I had in the can for a long time, and I had somebody by my side to like bounce ideas off of, and if it sucked, we both sucked. It wasn't just me that sucked, and we could suck together, and we could be able to go about that together. Whereas now, if my film sucks, which is not going to, I already know. But it's one of those things where you like, as any creative has like the doubts from time to time. But if that were the case, it would just be me dealing with it. So I think it was like a very good first thing for me to do. And the reception for it was like very good. From everything I heard, like it was, people liked it.
Good.
And it was kind of abstract and it was weird, and we did it in a short time. So like knowing all those things, I'm very excited for like the reception to future things that I do, that he does, and that we do together, that we spend more time with too. Because him and I will definitely work together again. We have an idea for a feature that we've been stewing on for like 2 years now.
Wow,
and we just
good.
We probably have enough ideas for 3 films, so we just need to sit down and like scratch off a bunch of shit and figure out everything. But yeah, it's mostly about just sitting down and getting it done. We have like the parameters for
the framework done
for a feature, and I'm really excited for it. It's gonna be really good when that comes to fruition, which might still be a little while yet, but
well, I mean, it's like we were saying, the more the time you spend on it, right, the more special it is, right? So that's awesome.
So to answer your question, I would go with I think films are more my speed, but I'm glad I did it in the order I did it in.
Good.
Yeah.
It all worked out, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sort of the same thing for me, like as an actor. I think so, like at Toronto Film School, there's the, like in the 5th term, 5th out of the 6th in total, you do the big play. And similar to your point, kind of how like I never was hugely into theater. Like even upon going to TFS, I was like low-key kind of dreading doing the play, because I was like, yikes, performing in front of people. I don't know about this. It ended up being a lot of fun, but I love film more for the realness aspect of it, because I think theater, it's very performative, and I mean that's just the theme. That's just the way it's supposed to be, right? It's not like it's bad, but I love how like intimate and just real that film can get. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. I think you can just get more. I don't know. It makes me feel more like, and I there's just more intimacy with it. I don't know. I agree with you very much, though.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna end it off here with the classic rapid fire questions. All right, let's go. Of course, I always say if you have that impulse to speak more on it, please do, but no pressure. It could just be a yes or a no or a quick one-liner. Okay. Favorite movie snack?
Movie snack?
Yeah.
Gotta go with a classic popcorn.
Popcorn?
Yeah, it's just easy. I want to keep eating too. So nothing. No, like I love chocolate. No chocolate bars. Just something I can keep eating. Right. Yeah. Popcorn.
Okay. Me personally, I need a bit of salty and sweet, so I'm gonna pair some popcorn and some licorice together.
Oh, that's not bad.
Little package deal there.
Yeah, I respect that.
Who's your dream collaboration? Who do you want to work with? Doesn't like it could be alive or dead. That's so funny. Like Jesse asked me, dead or alive, and I just couldn't understand a fucking like what he was saying. So yes,
that's
dead
funny.
or alive.
Okay. So anybody all time. Maybe I'll do one of each. I think this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna forget somebody, but like right now, what's coming to my brain is John Cena, because I've been a fan of. I like pro wrestling. I think it's awesome. I think it's really fun and stupid and hilarious, and it's like a male soap opera. But I just think he seems like a really good guy. So I think, and I like him as an actor. I think he's actually been very good. Also, in the same vein, I could also say Dave Bautista, who's definitely a better actor. But I just think those two would be like fun to have on set.
Working together, or yeah, cool.
Working together, or one at one time, one at another time. Those are two people that I think would be really fun for me, and that I might geek out a little bit because I like that stuff. And let's throw a woman in there as well. Amy Adams, easy. Actually,
Nice.
that should have been
Nice.
my. Okay, so now it's all coming to me. Jake Gyllenhaal, Amy Adams.
Okay.
Yeah,
Banger answer.
yeah.
Yes.
So I
love
love
that.
John Cena and Batista, but
Yeah.
I think those two are
Yeah.
like the real like. If it could be any actor, it's probably
Yeah.
those two.
Yeah. Well, I'm a huge manifestation believer, and take what you will from that, but I think if you speak it into existence, it will happen.
Hell
so
yeah.
I hope that for you. Best, or if you have one, best basketball memory.
Best basketball memory.
Yeah.
So I think my best. Can I give you my best sports memory?
Sure. Yeah.
So it's
that works
not
too.
actually basketball, but it's like
Yeah.
same kind of thing. It was like grade 8 volleyball finals.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And so I was at like the front of the net. I think we were up 1, and it was like 20 because volleyball you got to win by 2. So it's like
okay.
it's the final set, tied up, winner take all kind of thing, and we're up 1. We have the serve. It goes back and forth a little bit, and so the ball's coming like at the side of the net, and the out of bounds is like pretty close here. So I'm a
Right.
little more over, but I'm
Yeah.
playing at the front of the net on this round. So I had to like kind of stretch out like this, or actually it was the other way. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I just like stretched my body out and kind of just like tipped it over onto the other side. Hit the line. Game over. We won the championship.
So like buzzer beater type deal.
Yeah,
Like,
as close as you can get in volleyball.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, my basketball memories are watching some of my boys. My big one would be my friend Justin. He's really good.
Okay.
When we were playing in high school, I was on the bench at this time, but he had like it was like 16, 17 points in like the first quarter.
Wow.
And then he fucked up his ankle.
Oh no.
So it's like a good memory, but it's also like a what if.
Yeah.
It's like I know he's a really good player, but I've never seen him that hot in my life. And we were playing like I don't remember if it was a playoff game or just against a team that was really good in our league.
Yeah.
But he was going fucking berserk, and then he just fucked up his ankle and couldn't play the rest of the game. And I think he had like 16 to 18 points in the first quarter.
Yeah. That's crazy. Imagine if he didn't.
I know,
fuck
right?
Up his ankle.
Like I don't think he would have
like 50.
Yeah, I think it would have been at least 50. Like he was on fire, and he's a big 3-point shooter guy too. Like
right.
So if his shots fallen, his shots fallen. Yeah. So that would be that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. And then the last one, most underrated movie ever.
Most underrated. Okay, so not best, not favorite, most underrated.
Yeah, just underrated.
I actually have this very easily. So it is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Is that the?
It's the
that's
animated
not the live
one.
action one.
It's the animated one that came out like a couple of years ago.
Nice.
It's fucking rocks.
It's good.
Yeah, it's so good, and I tell people all the time it's like a movie I recommend to a lot of people because anybody can enjoy it. Like you can be a huge film bro, you can be a super casual that doesn't watch a lot of movies or anything in between, and you'll like this movie. Like it's
good. Yeah.
Visually, it's really sick. It's very much like the Spider-Verse movies, but it feels more like a comic book. Like they kind of did their own spin with it, but it's kind of like that. And it's just a movie that not a lot of people have seen. So I think that's mostly like I've recommended it to so many people, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, I think I heard about that. I haven't watched it." And they'll just be like, okay. And then once I get them to sit down and watch it, they're like, "Yo, this was so awesome! Like I don't know how I haven't seen this." And it's like, yeah, I know, it's fucking great.
Well, I'm gonna watch it now, and I will let you know what I think of it.
Please do. Yeah, I highly recommend. It's really funny, cute. It might not be a 10 out of 10 for you, but it's pretty damn close for me. I think anybody can enjoy it, and a lot of people haven't seen it. So I'm definitely going that one.
Hell yeah. That's a great answer. Great answer. Well, River, I want to thank you very, very much for coming on the show. I hope you enjoyed your time.
Very much.
I know we've been talking for quite some time. Almost 2 hours. Whoa. Hopefully your house is not falling apart.
Desk. Yeah. Good.
Almost 2 hours, which is fucking incredible. I
Yeah.
love like that sort of, it was such a natural flow. So I really appreciate your time. I know we've talked a lot, but if you have anything else that you would like to say, any sort of shout outs, anything at all, the floor is yours. If not, okay.
Yeah, no, I just want to thank you for your time, and like thanks for having me on. I was I had a lot of fun here. Like we talked about, I've done a lot of what you're doing, and being on the other side was really cool. And come see Three's a Crowd when it's out.
Fuck yeah.
I will be promoting the living fuck out of it.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, RiverFoster4, for more updates about it. I don't post much else, so if you don't care about it, don't follow me. But the film will be out at some point next year. Come and enjoy it.
Fuck yeah. Awesome. Well, to all the viewers and listeners out there, be sure to follow the show on Instagram at Off the Record with Jordan Rance, and subscribe on YouTube, same handle. And of course, catch new episodes every single Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, I'm Jordan Rance, and this is River Foster, and we are out of here. Bye.